Welcome back. I'm Richard Hasnout. I'm your host of the Wisdom Inspired Life podcast and this Wisdom Inspired Life YouTube channel. If for any reason you'd like to contact me, you can email me at richardwib@gmail.com. The address is on the screen. And I'll get back to you as quickly as I can, and maybe we Zoom. How about that? Well, this is another in my ongoing series of Words of Wisdom, which interestingly becomes the WOW series, where I share books that have been important, quotes from books that have been important in my spiritual journey. Whether they're important to you or not, that's something you can determine for yourself. And this particular book is The Second Coming of Christ, The Resurrection of Christ Within You. And as I've shared in the past, this is a book that, written by Paramahansa Yogananada, a God-realized being, that all of a sudden made the Bible very clear, very understandable, and a powerful book in my life. If you really want to deeply understand the Christian Bible, this is, I think, the best that I know to help you understand what it's all about. And of course, as I said, it's written by Paramahansa Yogananada, who's my beloved guru, founder of the Self-Realization Fellowship. He passed in 1952, left a wealth of books. His autobiography of a yogi is one of the best-selling spiritual books for the last few decades on Amazon. Many years it's been the number one selling spiritual book on Amazon. So in this episode, I'm going to go into a topic that I've covered a bit before, and it's such an important topic that it is worthy of multiple discussions. In fact, there'll be more coming on it later in my Ageless Wisdom series. So let's get into this. And this topic is intuition. Now, on the right-hand side of the screen, you see a quote that I've shared with you before from Albert Einstein regarding intuition. The only real valuable thing is intuition. It is that simple to us humans. It really is. And Yogananda says in the book, quoting, all bona fide revealed religions of the world, all, are based on intuitive knowledge. Each has an exoteric or outer particularity and an esoteric or inner core. The exoteric aspect is the public image and includes the moral precepts and a body of doctrines, dogmas, dissertations, rules, and customs to guide the populace of its followers. The esoteric aspect includes methods that focus on actual God communion of the soul with God. The exoteric aspect is for many. The esoteric is for the ardent few. It is the esoteric aspect of religion that leads to intuition, the first-hand knowledge of reality, uppercase R. Okay? So every bona fide religion is based on a esoteric foundation based on intuitive knowledge. Okay? That's how important intuition is. Quoting, Buddhism, with its various methods of controlling the mind and gaining depth in meditation, advocates intuitive knowledge to realize the transcendence of nirvana. Okay? Now, on this aspect, I've got some videos in episodes in here that you may want to go see. A video of Sogyal Rinpoche talking about the nature of the mind and controlling the mind. Sogyal Rinpoche being a great Tibetan master who passed a couple of years ago. Hence the importance of Buddhism in this regard. Sufism in Islam anchors on the intuitive mystical experience of the soul. Within the Jewish religion are esoteric teachings based on the inner experience of the divine, evidenced abundantly in the legacy of God-illumined biblical prophets. Christ's teachings were fully expressive of that realization. Again, control of the mind is the access point to intuition, that all-important foundation of every bona fide religion. Okay? Intuition goes back in time quite a bit. Yogananada shares the following. The elite traditions of Western philosophy and metaphysics laud the intuitional knowing power of the soul. The Greek mystic, philosopher, and mathematician Pythagoras emphasized inner experience of intuitive knowledge. Plato, whose works have come down to us as a primary foundation of Western civilization, likewise taught the necessity of supersensory knowledge to apprehend eternal truths. The Neoplatonist sage Platonius practiced Plato's ideal of intuitional knowing of reality. Quoting again, "Often I have woken to myself out of the body, become detached from all else and entered into myself," he wrote. "And I have seen the beauty of surpassing greatness and have felt assured that then especially I belonged to the higher reality, engaged in the noblest life and identified with the divine." Okay? So the power of, the importance of intuitive experience and intuition is unquestionably important. The path to it is through meditation for most of us. And as I said, quoted on the previous page, Buddhism has some wonderful methods of controlling the mind. So, and there's other episodes on the channel regarding meditation, should you want to know more. And speaking of knowing more, talk about the Bible and intuition. The second birth, the necessity of which Jesus speaks, admits us to the land of intuitional perception of truth. The New Testament may not have been scribed with the word intuition, but it is replete with references to intuitive knowledge. It is that second birth where we gain realization of our higher nature and higher levels of consciousness that we then really begin to access our intuitional channel for knowing. Okay? And speaking of knowing, if you want to know more, you can go to mywisdominspiredlife.com. There you can listen to the Wisdom Inspired Life podcast. You can also listen to it on Apple, Spotify, and Google Play. As you know, I'm on a journey to achieve a mission, and I appreciate you being part of that journey today. And I look forward to continuing this journey with you.